We live. It's the livest. What's up, y'all? It's Brooklyn Finest. We out here tonight, taking it easy. A lot of breezes blowing. You know, I'm popping off with the Dallas jersey. And it's all good. Even though, my team is the New York Giants. You heard? That's my squad. We keep it litty. 24/7. We keep it litty. I hope you guys were looking at the topic of my video, because this video is more informative, more of an educated video for the world, and being that I'm hitting the streets of the world, all over, I'm all the way in Norway, my Norway people watching me, shout out to them. I'm all the way in Nigeria, I'm in Iraq, I'm Afghanistan, Brooklyn Finest, this dude that grew up in New York City. This guy here is one of the only kids in the early 80s that walked up of the wooden steps. I don't know if it's currently still wooden, it's 2025. But in the 80s, they were wooden steps. I walked up those wooden steps of the Statue of Liberty. Yes, me. Right? As a young boy. I think I was about 7 years old. 8 years old for the most. First or second grade, I believe. And it was a class trip. All right? My class was very fortunate. It was PS 190. A school that is on the front of the school is on Sheffield Avenue. Okay? Between Riverdale and New Lots Avenue. That's Sheffield Avenue between Riverdale and New Lots Avenue. And I went to that school for the first grade, the second grade, and the third grade. And I believe the second grade is when we went on a class trip. I think it was about 25 to 30 of us in that class. It was class number 2-1. Yes, 2-1. I was always in the bright, educated classes. Right, so I was in 2-1, and my class took a trip to that small little island in the middle of the ocean, right? When you're on the trains, you can see it out there in New York City. When you take a train, when you go over the bridge, the Brooklyn Bridge, all them bridges, you see that Statue of Liberty, the torch holding it. Yes, me, this grown man here that you're watching on TV, have been there as a youth. And not too many people in the world, not too many people can speak about that, can say they have actually visited the island that the Statue of Liberty lives on. Did you ever visit the island and walked up Lady Liberty's steps? I have done that. Yes, I have done that. So by doing that and by doing a lot of things in my life, I feel that I have to continue the job that Martin Luther King and Malcolm X have left behind in the 60s. Yes, I feel that I have to bring awareness, bring black excellence, because I am the most excellent Davis Theophilus Thomas. And what we're trying to do, okay, we're trying to bring back black excellence. We're trying to bring back Black Wall Street. Remember the Black Wall Street that was burned down by you crackers and you guys who putting on skinheads and putting cones over your heads? and came and destroy our communities? Huh? I've been reading, I've been listening, I've been viewing, I've been watching a lot. Okay, I've been educating myself, my mind and myself of what's been going on in the past. Okay? Yeah, hi. I'm glad that you have told me hi. That's a blessing. I thank you for your hi. You can actually, what you can do, you can subscribe to my channel. You can continue listening to this video today because it's basically a history class in Black excellence. And I am the most excellent Theophilus. Yes, my name is indeed in the Bible, and the Bible is basic. The B is for basic, the I is for instructions, the next B, before, basic instructions before, and then the L, and then the E. The L would be for leaving, and then the E would be for earth. So there you have it. So study your Bible, people. Study your Bible, try to get the best out of your Bible because it's basic instructions before leaving earth. And this was said to me by Nelsia Teresa Thomas. Okay, this is my mom's sister, and she's resting in power. She's resting in kinetic energy. This is a very bright chocolate, beautiful Nubian queen, right? And it was unfortunate her life was cut short in Atlanta in a car accident. But I love her. She's the one who educated me and used to sit me down and make me spell words when I was 7, 8, 9, when I first reached New York City. She's the one who helped my brain to evolve, and then circumstances beyond my control occurred. However, it's not really about me today. It's about a whole nation of people, a people that need to develop more, people that need to come together more in unison. You understand? People that has been enslaved and do not have anything today. So when they do see their brethren, or should I say brother or sister, or their sister and brethren climb up the ladder, climb up the escalator, and that ladder is a successful ladder, right? And then they stay around these people that are supposed to be their brothers and sisters. You know what happens? They get envious, they get jealous, and they knock them off. You see it time and time again. You see it Biggie Smalls, you see Tupac Shakur, you see Pop Smoke, you see Nipsey Hussle, you see XX Tentacion. Those are just basically the ones that you saw, that they brought on TV and the news clip, and they showed you how they got clipped, how they got set up. But you're not seeing all the ones that don't come on TV. The guys in the hood who are successful and decides to move in a condo and decides to move in a suburbs someplace away from your jealous black ass. Because if they don't do that, you guys are preying what they have, and they have, some people work hard to get it, and some people hustle to get it. It doesn't matter long as you got it. You understand? You did the right thing to get to the bag. But some people just have jealousy in their heart. They don't know how to get to the bag, and they the good-minded person who has enough intellectual intelligence to get him or herself to the bag. And the bag is the money for the universal people out there, because I'm speaking from a New York City perspective. You know what I mean? That's how we drop it. The bag is the money, homie. Gotta understand me. Now we're gonna get into Black history. This is history class part 1. The first person on our top 10 Black inventors, it might be more than 10, is Thomas Jennings. Right, that's Thomas Jennings. Do you know?
Thomas Jennings owned a dry cleaning business.
Thomas Jennings owned a dry cleaning business in New York City. Did you hear that? A dry cleaning business in New York City. Huh? This was very hard to do. You understand? Come, listen to more.
In the United States to be granted a patent. Thomas L. Jennings was an African-American tradesman and
African-American tradesman.
He operated and owned a tailoring business. In 1821, he was one of the first African Americans to be granted a patent for
In 1821, operated, you know, a catering
dry
business.
cleaning.
You know how much centuries ago
Dr.
that
Joseph
was?
Jackson
Black
holds
people
6
was up, I
US
told y'all.
patents for
Believe in
telecommunications
yourself.
and fertility
We can do it.
prediction inventions.
We reached so
Jackson's first
far.
patent
We even
was
had
for
a
his
black
contribution
president.
to a
Why y'all
V-chip
keep
device
knocking
that
each other
allowed
off?
users to
I'm
block
not
select
there to
content on
see
cable
why. That's why
television.
I'm asking.
This type of
Why is
technology
the question? Hold on, let me
used
pause it
for
because I need
parental controls.
you to understand who these people are. And when I'm speaking, we actually went to the next guy.
By a black man
So
named Thomas.
we're gonna leave
6
Thomas
US patents for
Jennings, and we're gonna go to Dr. Joseph N.
Jackson's first patent
Jackson.
was for his contribution to a V-chip device that
Dr.
allowed
Joseph
users to block
N.
selected content
Jackson.
on cable television. This type of technology is commonly used for
And this
parental
guy
controls. He
is
also
like
patented
one of
for
the
TV remote
first
control
with the
devices.
actual patented
Rambo T.
technology. Hold on. We gotta get some
of dry cleaning.
after Thomas Jennings.
Dr.
So
Joseph Jackson holds 6 US patents
you hear that?
for telecommunications and fertility prediction inventions.
Right. So this guy 6 U.S. patents in telecommunications. You understand what I'm saying? And telecommunications is actually like my field. You know, I was real good at telemarketing. You know, and hustling over the phone and selling products and talking to these people. Some say it's my English American accent, as they call it. I try to tell them English is a language. It only becomes an accent when other people in other regions break it down into a dialect, right? That's when it becomes an accent. But English itself is not an accent. English is a language. If you guys could understand where I'm coming from, because what I know that I'm speaking of is facts. Okay, so that's the guy here, Dr. Joseph N. Jackson. You know, he is a black inventor of telecommunications, and I just wanted to warm up you guys' minds to show you guys that you can be just like these people. Because those are you guys people. They are a replica of who you are. So they are inventors, so you are inventor also.
Parental controls. He also holds patent for the TV remote control devices. Rambo T. Woods developed railroad telegraph.
So we're gonna move on to Granville. T. Woods. This guy, I noticed a lot of black people, black young men, even black women, Nubian queens. I noticed that they actually like stuff like electronics, you know, like electricians putting in lights. I noticed that they're very good at these things, you know, and it seems like we are the inventors of these things, according to Granville Woods.
Roller coaster, and many more. Lonnie Johnson, the man who created the Super Soaker water
Double four, Lonnie Johnson.
$73 million in unpaid royalties from giant toy maker Hasbro. Johnson founded that
Hasbro is in default, $73 million.
Filed a lawsuit against Hasbro for underpaid royalties in the sales
Hasbro and toys and games. If I knew that, I wouldn't even supported y'all all them years.
Garrett Morgan invented a safety hood you put over your head to avoid inhaling smoke at standing height. Jesse Eugene Russell.
That's Jesse Eugene Russell.
Cell phone. Paul L. Downing. Little
known
black history fact.
These are all black
history
inventors.
He invented what every house
Sorry I didn't show you the guys in the beginning.
Mailbox. Downing patented his mailbox on October 7, 1890. His invention, a street letterbox. 1 year prior to inventing the mailbox, Downing patented an electrical switch.
Please bumrush the like button if you're liking the content.
Or off the power supply to trains at the necessary times.
This content tonight is to help you become a better person in life.
As inspiration for inventors who created residential electrical switches. The street letterbox mailbox with a hinged door that closed supposed to protect the male was invented by
Paul
Philip B.
Downing.
Downing, an African-American inventor, patented his new device on October 27, 1891.
1891.
Marie Van Britton Brown
He was
was an
putting in a lot of
American
work.
inventor. She was the inventor of the home security system in 1966.
Wow.
Along with her husband, Albert Brown. In the same year, they jointly applied for a patent, which was granted in 1969. The invention was basically the first
It's the most excellent
television
black nation.
system and is
Black
predecessor
excellence.
to the modern
That's
home
what we
systems
striving for.
today.
New black inventions for the future.
Remote control door locks.
If we invented everything before, we can invent everything new again. Because we are the inventors of the world. We all are. Black, white, blue, brown, purple. It don't matter what color you are. We all need to live in unity. And we're getting there. We got to get there. We must get there as people to understand that we're all humans.
Edmund Berger. In 1813, inventor Edmund Berger invented the spark plug.
Spark plug.
You
hear that?
Engine,
Told you, black people like that current shit. It's the energy. Black people always invent like things that's dealing current. The light bulb, Thomas Edison, always. How come? It's that energy. The energy. The kinetic energy from the sun.
Was an American inventor known for creating the gamma electric cell.
Henry Thomas Simpson Jr.
The main goal of generating
This guy looks like O.J. Simpson a little bit. For real. Looks like O.J., yo. Rest in power, O.J. Simpson, yo.
African American to earn a PhD in nuclear engineering in the United States. He is best known.
Whether you are good or bad on this earth, it's not for me to judge. I'm still going to give you a rest in power. You will meet your ultimate judgment. It's not for me. I'm not judging anybody. It's not my style. People tend to judge themselves by their character and the things that they do.
This was different from the eating utensil, also known as a pastry fork.
This is Anna.
George Crumb. George Speck, also known as George Crumb.
George Crumb.
Born in 1824, was an American chef. He became noted for his culinary skills after being hired at Moon's Lake House on Saratoga Lake near Saratoga Springs, New York. In 1853, he created the potato chip.
Wow, that's big.
Sarah Boone was an American inventor.
Sarah Boone.
On April 26,
American inventor. A black American inventor.
For her improvements to the ironing board. Boone's ironing board was designed to improve the quality of ironing sleeves and the bodies of women's garments.
Wow.
The board was very narrow, curved, and made of wood. The shape and structure
She invented an iron board.
A sleeve, and it was reversible, so one could
you could iron your sleeve with perfection.
Boone was one of the 4 African American women inventors
Brains.
of her time who developed new technology for the home. Frederick McKinley Jones was an American inventor and winner of the National Medal of Technology.
You hear that?
An inductee of the National Inventors
What
Hall
y'all
of Fame.
using y'all social media for?
In refrigeration, great improvement to the
just for jokes, comedy,
of perishable goods.
internet tugging,
Thermo King,
internet thugging, internet thugs, or y'all using this stuff, to gain knowledge, because all the knowledge is there at your fingertips.
At army hospitals and on open battlefields. Alfred Crawley was a businessman
Alfred Crawley
of the ice cream mold and disher. Crawley
that?
was becoming interested in mechanics. He settled in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania,
invented the ice cream scoop, basically,
in a drugstore and at a hotel. Alfred noticed that servers at the hotel had trouble with ice cream sticking to serving spoons, and he developed an ice cream scoop. June 10th, 1890. 1806, Alfred applied and won a patent on his
Damn.
invention.
Everything black people invented, man. Even the ice cream scoop. Y'all can't think about that, and now y'all making all the money of the ice cream scoop. Yeah, I mean, Alfred's family probably broke.
Patricia Bath was an American ophthalmologist,
It's not righteous.
inventor, humanitarian, and academic.
His family
She was an early pioneer
is supposed
of
to have
cataract surgery.
like
She also became the
inheritance,
first woman member
like
of the
generational
Stein
wealth.
Eye Institute. First woman to lead a
You know how much that ice cream scoop is all over the world, and he invented it. He saw get a percentage of every ice cream scoop that ever been invented. Real talk. New York.
Person to serve as a resident in ophthalmology at New York University. She was also the first African American woman
Big
to
city,
serve
baby.
on a staff as a surgeon to the UCLA Medical Center. Bath was the first African American woman doctor to receive a patent for a medical purpose.
Beautiful black woman.
Of 5
Beautiful black inventor.
She also
Get to know them.
the non-profit American Institute for the Prevention of Blindness.
I have to bring it to y'all because all these YouTube channels, you know what I mean, that's all over the streets. And I know how y'all got all over the streets. It took me a while, but I'm going to get all over the streets also. You know what I'm in Japan. I'm in Jordan. You know what I mean? Big up Japan, yo. Big up Jordan. Big up Kuwait. What else? Big up all them places. Y'all know me. Y'all don't see me on your TV or your phone or laptop or your laptop, whatever you're on. Y'all gonna see me. You're gonna see the picture. Bum rush the like button, please. No fronting. You know what I mean? Give me a little subscribe, hit the notification bell. You know what I mean? So anytime you see the video, you know, because we have different topics to speak on every given video. We don't play around. You know, we're speaking on black educators, we're speaking on black inventors, we're speaking on rappers, you know, we're speaking on comedians, we're speaking on actors, we're speaking on ghetto fabulous people in the hood. You understand what I'm saying? We're speaking on how you can evolve your life into black excellence. It's the most excellent Theophilus, baby. You heard me? The young of Jesus, please believe us. We the realest. You gotta feel us.
He helped draw up plans for the building of Washington,
it's all about the black inventors, baby.
Credited for making the first clock to be built,
you know, it's all about the black inventors, because Black History Month, which is February, I didn't see anyone bring in no Black History documentary, right? So it is May now, and it is May Day in my country, that's Labor Day, so I decided to bring you some of our history, and I have the actual pictures of these people that we're speaking on. So these inventors was there in the 1800s, 1900s, 1700s, wherever time they lived before, right? And they were there. These are actual facts, and we are in the end of that. The narration and music was by Hornsey Wood. All right, and this is basically a big shout out to Hornsey Wood Academy. Anyone that I get the information and knowledge for, enough respect due to Hornsey Wood Academy. You can go check them out yourself. I am not biased. You can also like their community, like their content, subscribe to their channel. It's all hood. You understand me? I don't know, somewhere you guys got lost in the process.
100 black inventions that changed the world.
100 black inventions that changed the world. I believe that might be part 2 video about the black inventors actually, who changed the shaping of the world, the one that we live in. Yeah, but I lost my train of thought a little there, but I'm just basically sharing my thoughts with you guys on this Thursday evening, May Day, to let you know that we're striving for black excellence only. Okay, homie? Black excellence. They would tell you things like no one is perfect, uh, and basically lower your self-esteem and make you believe that you're not perfect. But me growing up as a young man and as a child, my name was Pretty Boy. I kind of grew up poor, but I was so pretty, nice clothes, and I felt that I was the perfect human being. And let me tell you why. You probably would disagree with me or agree with me. I don't know the kind of level that you're on as far as your mentality and your IQ. However, right, me growing up, pretty boy, nice guy, try to educate myself, and become the best that I can be. You understand? And our job is basically to bring back black excellence in our families. Now, they told us that we're not perfect, but like I told you before, I believe that I was perfect. Yes. Growing up, I believed that I was perfect because I walked perfect. People could see me from a block, 2 blocks away, like, yo, that's Pretstar, that's Pretty Boy coming. You know what I mean? I got that natural flex, So I felt like I talk perfect. I feel like I can hear and smell all my senses, my ears, nose, everything's perfect. Perfect features, handsome young man, perfect nice hair, 360 degrees wave spin back in my days, golden era. So I felt that I was perfect species. Now, a lot of people is like me. They're perfect. They can walk, talk. They are beautiful people, beautiful female, handsome young man. I mean, everybody in the world, everybody can see if something is like totally ugly or if something is okay looking. I mean, you don't have pause. You understand what I'm saying? But my point to you guys is some people, you might look at them, right? And you might say, they're not as pretty as me, so they're not perfect, you know? But what happened is, but inside they could have a perfect heart, you know? They're unfortunate to not have a perfect face, or maybe they're big, maybe they're fat, maybe they're too slim, too skinny, whatever their flaws are, right? Maybe in your eyes, they are not perfect, but maybe their hearts may be perfect. So it's unfortunate that some people, right, God did not make them perfect. So right there, we can stop it. No one, not everyone in the world is perfect, but they do have those perfect individuals. I find like some pretty people in the world, and everything about them is perfect. So I believe certain people are perfect, and those people, they might appear to be perfect, but inside they might have a demonic heart. You understand? So you never know who is perfect and who is not. You can't watch it based upon face value. You understand? This is basically a heart thing. It's a righteous thing. It's a clean hearted thing. And it's hard to figure out whose heart is clean and whose heart is dirty. You understand? Right. But we need to get back to basically looking out for black. Yeah. Because it seemed like we were doing a better job when we were poorer. It seemed like we were having more fun playing manhunt and steal a bacon. You understand? Back in the days in East New York when we had nothing. It seems like you guys have more love. Now it's the future. It seems like everything is all hate. Got to come together and love one another. I don't want to take all y'all time. You know what I mean? It was a blessing that y'all actually stayed on my live and be here with me. You know what I mean? And listen to me bringing forth the black inventors of history. So I would like to say a blessed Thursday night. I gotta go get my pay, go hit my bed tonight. It's all right. Everything will be all right. You just gotta keep the faith and be positive. God bless y'all. So love. Pray to the one above. Blow. It's the young old Jesus. Please believe us. We the realest. Gotta feel this. We Audi 500. Brooklyn. Where Brooklyn at? Where Brooklyn at? Where Brooklyn at? I'm out here representing y'all. You know we on the map. Blow. Brooklyn finest. The livest one. Blow. On, B.